The Mike and Tony Show is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
Yo, it's Tony Two Tone, and I just took a shot with Mike and Tony, so what's good?
We a little fucked up in this motherfucker, but we gonna get it right.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Take One from Smoke That Entertainment. You're listening to According to Mike and Tony. Colorado, stand up.
Colorado stand up indeed, Pierce. That's an old one. They said, according to Mike and Tony. Did you catch that?
Yes.
That was like, what episode was that?
Dude,
in the teens or something?
Yeah, that was like an early one, dude.
Yeah, it's episode 236. Pulling a doubleheader this weekend because you're going to be out of town next weekend.
Yeah.
So we got tonight. We got tomorrow. Joining us today, Joe Dub. Back in the house. It's your annual visit.
Yeah. I can't come more than once a year.
Insurance doesn't cover it.
Yeah.
Because he wears his Patriots gear when he comes here.
Oh, yeah. Talking about hating OKC.
Yeah. But it's legitimate. He's Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, I've hated Oklahoma since I was born.
Yeah. It's ingrained in you.
Yeah.
He was the one that told me the joke of why doesn't Texas fall into the ocean?
Because Oklahoma sucks.
Or is it the Gulf? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Gulf of America.
The Gulf of America.
lots to talk about this week. I did a little back prep.
Yeah.
My deep dives, my normal weekly deep dives. Also, we've got some trading cards we'll talk about here in a little bit. I feel like this is going to be the peak of the show right here for sure. But how was your week? How are you doing, Pierce? What's life been like this week?
The end of the fiscal year's coming, so it's wild.
Wild, yeah.
Yeah, so I got to get all these payments done, got to do all these reconciliations, got to get budget ready for next year. So all adult stuff, all boring stuff. But but next week I'll be gone, and then the week after that I'll be obviously next week for the conference.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'll be in Anaheim.
Okay.
And so yeah,
Southern California right now.
Yeah,
huh?
a little Cali there, and then I have to book it back. So I literally have like a luncheon for my presidential thing for the state of Colorado.
Okay.
And then like that night, the Wednesday night, is Dave Forrell's pop-up at Federales.
Oh, I remember you talking about this.
So I'm like, I'm going to go do lunch real quick. I'm like, hey guys, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Colorado. What's up? Nice. Kansas. Sweet. California. Cool.
Peace.
Right on. Got to go. And get on the flight and book it back over here to be in time for Federales.
Yeah.
The pop-up.
Okay.
So yeah.
Very cool. You've been super involved with them for a while now.
Yeah. Yeah. All to Mike Patty,
Yeah. Let's get those boys on the podcast.
Oh yeah. He is, when he's out here, Dave for sure will do podcasts. He was saying and stuff like
dirty
that.
head action.
So, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
So, but no, yeah. So that's going to be, next week's going to be crazy because then Thursday is the Red Rock show. And then Friday is Dylan. I always mix them up. The last two, Dylan, and then the other one's the Ford Amphitheater in the Springs. So,
Okay.
but it's going to be what they shipped since I'm the one that lives here. Dave had his stuff shipped to my house. So I got a look of all the stuff.
All the new merch and all the new stuff coming out.
Be dropped on the pop-up, yeah.
All right.
I got exclusive access to all that.
Are you tempted to pull the camera out? Just take
I
a
actually
snippet.
He said that I could wear a T-shirt and like show it off and say, "Hey, this is going to be the T-shirt that's going to be selling."
Okay.
So it's cool because it's like it's a Bronco, it's a horse, and it's doing a kickflip on a skateboard.
Pretty nice.
So it's actually pretty cool. A little design that he has on there too. So, but yeah, it's gonna be sweet. The last time they did it, it was so successful last year at Federales. Have you ever been to Federales before? Have you been to Federales?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's a restaurant downtown.
Oh, okay.
Well, not downtown. I guess it's in the 5 Points area.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's a nice little spot. He did it last year. He did it there, and the line, bro, like it's at 6.
Yeah,
people showed up when the restaurant was like opening at like 11.
Jeez.
And just standing in line. Like the line was like wrapped around the block
Damn, that's wild.
to get inside.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time he ever did like a pop-up like that ever. And so it was that successful.
Yeah. Is it a pop-up show or just
No,
selling stuff?
Just a pop-up that he's going to do his merch. But the shows, they're not on tour this year, not selling out the dollar, but they have 3 shows in Colorado. They just love
Yeah, it sounds like a tour.
out here. Yeah, it does sound like a tour, but they love it out here. So,
yeah.
they're doing the 3 shows out here this weekend. Well, not the weekend after next.
Yeah, they're loved in Colorado. Colorado loves them as well.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I was just looking up because I'm like always looking for new reggae to listen to.
Yeah.
There's so much out there. But I went back and checked out. Have you heard of P-Nuckle before? Do you know the band P-Nuckle? Yeah, so you know them. Do you know my story about them or no?
Well, I have a story about them too.
Whoa. Okay. Well, let's exchange stories about P-Nuckle.
So Mark Franzen,
Okay.
who is a DJ, who will be DJing at Federales,
Okay.
is part of P-Nuckle. He's in the band
right.
P-Nuckle. And so
Cool.
the reggae band and everything like that. So I've seen them play a
We
couple of times before too.
This is such old. Like, I don't even hardly talk to the guys that were all part of this.
Uh-huh.
But this was like a big beef a long time ago.
Oh.
You remember I was in Despicables,
Yeah.
which was like a local Denver reggae band that found some success there for a little while. And we ended up in a battle of the bands, and it was down to 2 bands, and it was us and P-Nuckle.
Oh.
And they had this supposed, I don't even know if this thing was legit or how it worked, but they had like a sound meter.
Yeah.
You know, and so like we finished our set and then the guy comes out with the sound meter and it literally broke.
Oh.
Like the sound meter broke. They had to stop in the middle of it. Then they came and then they had an applause too, which we, in my very, very objective opinion, was not as roaring as ours.
Yeah.
And then they won. And there was like boos and it was a big thing.
Ooh.
And when he came up on stage, because they've been at it for a long time, and even at this time, Despicables that band only lasted about 5 years. But, so we were only like 2 years in, so we were still new on the scene and stuff. But I remember him come, and they were like veterans, and I remember him coming up, the lead singer guy, and that motherfucker hit me so hard on the back, bro. Like as he was coming on stage,
good job.
He was like, "Nice job, boom!" And I was like, like I'm weak.
That's funny. Yeah, so that's Mark
That's
Franzen.
very interesting. Small world.
Yeah.
But I was listening. They've got some cool music that's coming out now. So yeah, a couple of new hits.
Yeah.
For the got to support the local music.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Small worlds.
Yeah, it is a small world. It is a small world. So you got reggae stuff coming up, music stuff coming up, merchandise, big drops, t-shirts,
vinyls, like stickers, all that. Like, you know, he'll have like random art and have some poster stuff and everything too.
Yeah.
Like he does. He likes to pull out like his vault stuff sometimes, like stuff that he has like in storage from previous times that people are like, "Oh, I wish you had more of those." And he's like, "Oh,
I found a box.
yeah."
Yeah, he's got 300 of those stocked away.
Yeah.
That's my future.
Yeah. So, but they were worried about it because I was like, yeah, just tell me when to expect this stuff. I was like, it's pretty high value stuff. So tell me when it's coming to my house. That way I can, know. And he was like, oh, okay. Then all of a sudden it just shows up. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And he was, yeah, we didn't know with the things happening in LA. Like the guy must have been just doing it fast and trying to get it out. And
Wow. Oh yeah, that's interesting.
yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I didn't even bother to talk to Joe. Like he's not even sitting right here.
I don't matter.
How the hell are you, bro? How have you been? This is like we were saying. It's kind of like your annual visit.
Yearly checkup. Yeah.
Yearly checkup. Insurance only covers the one.
Yeah.
So last time you were here was close to Father's Day. Very similar. It was like hailing. We were looking up the show right before the show started, just kind of seeing what was going on.
Tornado out here like earlier today or something.
Yeah. I'm not laughing at tornado. I'm laughing because all the crazy shit you see online, we talk about it all the time. I saw one that had me for a millisecond just because I wanted to think it was real.
Oh.
If you see the tornado that goes over the gas station,
Yeah.
and it turns into this like just vortex of fire, and you're just like, wait, that's not.
There's no way.
There's no fucking way that's
Yeah.
real. So that was today though. There was a tornado.
I think so. Yeah. It was by DIA.
Man.
So it's not near here, but
Kind of.
yeah.
About a 10-minute drive from here. We do get that. We get a lot of that, like crazy Kansas plains.
Yeah.
shit out here.
Out here in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the hail, dude, the hail is stupid.
Oh yeah, we had to completely redo all of our siding a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Like we got shot up. Just
it looked like it was
holes
like
all up and down.
drive-bys
Yeah.
over here, dude.
I think I was here shortly after that too.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
We got to rethink this, Joe. Guest.
Tomorrow, if it hails here, Joe's never allowed back at your house.
Can you imagine? And you know what's funny is I just cleared out the garage to make sure I could get in there. Like when the weather's acting kind of shady, I'll pull the truck in there. But I've still got my school stuff out here because we're gonna have a week off the podcast, so it's perfect because I got to get it into this closet right here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get it this week. But watch, he's gonna bring the hail.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow the hail comes. I got all my school shit. I'm in a panic. I'm throwing blankets on the truck, doing what I have to do. I finally cleaned the truck, man. I hate that when your car gets like super, super messy. You ever get like that? Or do you keep a really clean car most of the time?
No,
Pierce?
mine's the messy car. It's
Yours the messy car?
dog. It's the dog car.
Oh, for sure.
So hair.
Yeah, dog hair, bro.
Yeah.
Dog hair gets in everything.
Hair, mud prints.
Do you remember how fucked up I was was that Duchess? Who was it? I was just loving
It
on.
was Duchess, yeah.
Did we talk about this ever? So I went. You were there.
Yeah, he was
actually.
there, yeah.
You were there when I did it.
Okay.
But I thought Duchess, for some reason in my head, Duchess was hypoallergenic. So I just went in
not
because
the
I don't
case.
do that
Yeah.
because I have bad allergies all the time.
Okay.
So I don't fuck with animals most of the time. But for some reason it was just in my head, like, man, that's such a cool thing too, the short hair like that, and it doesn't just getting all up. And dude, my eye was like, poof. The next day I ended up with a sty for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then the sty went away, got a second sty. It was
Because Duchess jumped on the couch
Yeah.
and like laid on top of Tony. And Tony's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. Like,
She has short hair, but she sheds a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's not going anywhere when she
Yeah.
lays on you, dude.
No red flags went off in my head when there was fucking hair everywhere. Like, this doesn't check out. Hold on a second. Why is there hair everywhere?
Yeah.
She's hypoallergenic.
Yeah. She's hypoallergenic if you're not allergic to dogs.
That's true. She's never made me sneeze.
Yeah. Do you get allergies at all?
Nope.
Do you have that?
No allergies.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
He's he's rare white people.
Yeah. Speaking of
That on
not
your bingo
allergies,
card.
so whenever you get like bit by mosquitoes, you get like the welt.
Sure.
That's an allergy. That's an allergic reaction. I'm not allergic to mosquitoes.
Shut.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Joe's superhuman.
So I get bit by them, and like I'll smack them because I still feel getting bit.
but you won't get
Whoa.
itchy or anything
Nope.
either.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So anybody out there, if you need a natural mosquito target, Joe Williamson
out,
does
yeah.
it for a price.
Yeah, I go to barbecues. You can just invite me over.
So my payment is $100 and food.
Yeah.
I'll just walk around.
Just where it's like
I'll
super
just-
short shorts.
Yeah,
and a tank top.
tank top, walking around the barbecue.
Just like eating fruit the whole time. It's like, oh yeah. Oh, this is normal.
Just taking it for the team. Oh
So
my
it turns
God.
around. There's like mosquitoes. Like it looks
Yeah.
like hair, but it's just
Bro,
mosquitoes.
have
on
you
his
seen
shoulders.
those? Have you seen some of those videos?
Oh,
Of
dude,
like people camping and stuff like
Naked
that?
and Afraid, dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Naked and Afraid where they're just like out there and just like
It makes me borderline nauseous.
Yeah,
It's just
especially if you're like somewhere like kind of like with the tundra or whatever, like in the spring in Alaska. and
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah. For a second, I was like tundra truck. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're out there in your tundra,
No, but some of those are so bad, dude. The mosquitoes are just they're just coated like you can't even see their skin. Like it's so fucking.
or what is it?
disgusting.
In some parts of the Gulf, right? The sand fleas
oh yeah,
get
yeah.
ridiculous.
Ugh. That just sounds bad.
And they're also
Sand
called-
fleas.
Yeah. Well, the other word for them is it sounds borderline
Yeah,
racist.
you
to
have to
me.
be careful how you
Just
pronounce it.
chiggers.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna just drop that from
Yeah.
the vocab. I ain't even gonna fuck around with that one. That was
That's a
slip.
new slur. I've heard that one before.
What'd you call me?
Yeah, all those little kind of things are so freaking so gross, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the first thing that I kind of looked into this week.
Okay.
Rothschild. You guys familiar with the Rothschild family?
Rothschild?
Yes.
Yeah, so like super rich, wealthy
Yeah.
family stuff. I didn't really know. I always heard of them as like this mega powerful family, you know,
Okay.
that's been in power for a long time. But I didn't know it started all with one dude.
What do they own?
Like
It's bank. It's like finance
banks.
stuff.
Bank stuff? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so it was originally it was in like the late 1700s in Germany. In some small town, and this dude was just like it was mayor. He started as mayor,
Okay.
but then back then, I guess that was kind of the thing. Like if you could accumulate from trading and stuff, you could accumulate enough money. The next step was to turn yourself into a bank and establish yourself, right? And so that's kind of how it worked. But I didn't know how deliberate his plan was to like build like a multi-generational
right.
empire. I had no idea. This dude like set out to do it, and then it started like people in his families, they kind of out competed each other, and so there was like in different countries he immediately reached out to like all the surrounding kingdoms, and yeah
Yeah, just anywhere they would allow banking, just show up, be like, "I'm all right. I'm here. I have a bunch of gold.
yeah
Let's go."
Huh.
yeah But I just didn't realize, because I never thought about it. And I just saw this little documentary pop up and I was like, man, I'm actually really curious. Rothschilds, yeah. Yeah. Like one of the old families, like old money.
Noble family of the Ashkenazi Jews.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're like one of those conspiracy families where like
anytime
something bad happens, like, oh, they must have funded the moon landing or whatever, like
Something.
whatever thing.
Yeah. Because you don't know, but I was just surprised at like how that dude just put his mind to it, and here we are, like so much later.
Yeah,
it's like he did exactly what he set out to do.
Yeah,
They're nobility from the Holy Roman Empire,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
That goes way back, dude. Jesus.
Actually, it doesn't go back that far.
Well,
it's like late 1800s. Yeah,
I guess that's true.
Yeah, 1700s, right? It was like 17.
World War I is when it ended.
When
yeah, that's right.
Wait,
Yeah,
what are you guys talking about?
I guess it was was it the Ottoman Empire at that point? Yeah.
When what ended?
The Holy Roman Empire became the Ottoman Empire.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then it ended in part of World War I.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, but I just thought that was a thing that I had never. You hear that name all the time.
Yeah.
You hear all the conspiracy stuff, but you never stop to think like, how did these people get super rich? Like, how did this actually happen? And to find out there was just this one dude that like before him, they weren't rich.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm just going to start building this. And then the more he just was more and more successful in getting all this money, it was just like, it's not enough. And started planting family members everywhere and started building it up and building it up.
It just goes to show all you have to do is just decide to stop being poor.
Yeah.
Right. Pull yourself
You know
up by
what?
your,
This
what did
sucks.
they wear back then? Yeah. Whatever you got. Socks.
Yeah.
I think they had boots. They probably had
stockings.
bootstraps. Stocking straps.
Yeah.
Fire
Yeah.
bootstraps, yeah.
Yeah. You can do it just like Rothschild.
Yeah. Just be a Rothschild.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought that was fantastic. Okay, so unless anybody has anything to add on that, I want to talk about lucid dreaming. Do you ever do this?
You know my
Okay.
lucid dream story that I had.
Go ahead, remind
My
me.
lucid dream story was when I was dreaming that a shark was chasing me in the swimming pool. Remember? And I was like, oh my God.
right.
And it was chasing me. And then I like realized like mid chase, I was like, wait a second, a fucking shark in a swimming pool? That's not real. And I turned around and I was like, what the fuck? And the shark like looked at me and was like, oh man, poof. And like poof.
Is that
away.
your only experience that you've had of that?
That I've had of
Lucid dreaming?
lucid dreaming?
Because lucid dreaming isn't necessarily defined as like controlling your dream, but it's like
it's
becoming aware that you're dreaming in the dream.
Yeah, it's coming aware that you're dreaming in the dream, and also isn't it a portion of it is like you said, controlling the dream, but also manipulating yourself to dream that particular thing. So like before you go to sleep, you're like, do this, and you dream of it. Right. That's a lucid dream.
Yeah, this is where it got really weird for me because I've never experienced. Have you ever experienced it? Like
No.
any kind of lucid dreaming?
I've seen Dream Warriors, like the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 movie.
What was the other movie with Kiefer Sutherland where they die?
Flatliners.
Flatline. That's different though, right? Flatliners
Yeah,
is different.
yeah.
That's like
Yeah, they were on the edge of death, right?
Yeah.
That was the
but
whole
still controlling shit. Like
Yeah.
whatever purgatory. I don't know.
Yeah, look at your memory. Look at this guy. But what I thought was cool about it was what I didn't realize was, first of all, how much science is behind it and how it's like really legit and it's learnable. Like it's a skill that you can actually learn how to practice. Like you can actually get better and better at it. And there's like all these little things that you do, like you journal right before you go to sleep. You set an alarm to wake up after 5 hours specifically, and wake up after 5 hours, write down stuff, and eventually start getting to a point where you're like more conscious of your dreams in general. And then before you go to sleep, it's like what you were saying. That's what blew my mind about it, was how much intention plays a role.
Yeah.
It's like before you go to bed, you think about what you want to dream about, or you imagine like, I'm about to do this in a dream. And it literally, you can actually have it happen, which is crazy. But at the same time, is it really though? Because we don't fucking know what dreaming really exactly is.
Yeah, we don't know why we do it or
Isn't it? It's such a bizarre thing.
Yeah.
It's like we go into this other state every single night.
Yeah.
And reset.
That's what always happens with the dream too, right? You're like dreaming you're like with a supermodel, and then like right before you're like ready to hook up with the supermodel, you wake up. You're like, no. And
That's your recurring dream.
and that's you close your eyes and you're trying to think, okay, think of it again.
just gotta dip back
jump back into it.
That is the thing though, right? Where you're having a great fucking dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you wake up and you really want to go back. You never can go back.
How fucked up would that be? Like you were like in that dream where it was supermodel status. And you're like, okay, get back into the dream. Then you fall asleep. and then you fall into the dream, and then like she's like, "You were amazing. That was great." And you're like, no, I missed it all.
Anyway, see you later.
Yeah, see you later.
Well, bye.
Yeah, this will never happen again. Oh no. Yeah. So I remember as a kid too, thinking like lucid dreaming too. Like, you don't know what it is when you're a kid, but I remember like, I'm gonna dream of Rachel Wilson. She was like my crush in like middle school. Rachel Wilson. It never happened, but
sad ending. That
yeah.
sucks. Yeah, dreams are really. You know what's really weird? I've never even tried to explain this to anybody, but I had a reoccurring dream that I cannot explain in words. Like, there's no way to put it. It's like, it's so hard to explain. I've tried 1,000 ways because, I think when you're dreaming, it almost feels like you're piecing the story together. Like there's these random shards. And then when you wake up, you're like, oh, this, and then this happened and this. But in the dream, it wasn't quite like that. It was kind of all over the place
Like,
or whatever.
It made sense in the dream somehow. And then you explain it once you wake up, you're like, that doesn't make any.
So you remember I told you I was super sick when I was a kid all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I was running fevers, like really bad fever. I ended up with scarlet fever, which is like strep throat. Out of control, untreated or whatever. And so I was having these like fever dreams, and I just remember it was like I was stuck in between being awake and being asleep. I felt like I was awake, but I wasn't. And then it was like these things were coming, and the best way I could even kind of explain it to something sort of parallel is like if you imagined like a shit ton of horses, like people on horseback or something, slowly approaching, and it's like getting louder and louder, and you feel intensity, and then the intensity rises, and it's like just this giant thing I can't explain. Yeah. And it reminds me of like these like I sound like I'm on drugs right now. It reminds me of like these like giant like cheese-shaped rocks. But they're like everywhere.
Like
but they're
cheese
like
wheels?
Through me. No.
Like, were you like talking like blue cheese crumbles?
They look like something you would see floating through space in a cheesy space movie.
Yeah, like blue cheese crumbles then. Feta.
Yeah, sure.
Feta cheese.
Yeah. Feta crumbles.
Yeah, there you go. We're on the right track. Okay. But like some really small, some really big.
Yeah.
And it's like they go through me, but I'm like part of them, but they're not there, but I'm there. It's like another dimension or something.
Okay.
But I would have that dream over and over. And then even when I got sick as an adult a couple times, I had the same thing. Like when I would wake up sweating, anytime I have like a dream where I'm sick and I have a fever and stuff like that, I have that type of a dream. It's really weird. Ooh. Yeah. That's the first time I've ever even really tried to explain it to somebody. I can't believe it came out as cheese rocks.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Feta.
It came out as feta. That's not even fucking close. There's no words to explain it, but it's almost like the feeling. But what seems the most accurate is that like approaching of a bunch of horses.
Huh.
Like it's just like
okay. I will tell you the scariest dream that I've ever had, and I remember it specifically.
Scariest?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I was like, I was probably like freshman, sophomore in high school, and I was asleep on the couch.
Okay.
And I remember and it wasn't even that long of a dream. It was a short dream, like I'm taking a nap on the couch. I remember a dark figure in the corner of the room.
That's a thing.
It's like a night terror.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it was a dark figure in the corner of the room. And like, I was like the dark figure, like looking at me
What?
in the corner, like on sleeping on the couch in the corner of the room, but I wasn't obviously the dark figure, but I can see it. And all of a sudden I was like, why is that fucking thing just sitting there? Why is it sitting there like that? Why is it just chilling there? That's weird. It's just fucking watching me this whole time. And then all of a sudden just like just comes and just grabs at my neck.
Bro.
As I was sleeping, and I woke up like, like grabbing my neck.
Oh God.
And you look at those things and it says it's like
the Shadow Man.
Yeah, it's like
I've
real
seen
demon
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Ugh.
Holy moly.
Yeah, dude.
Demons freak me out because demons are supposed to be like way more powerful in our physical world than like ghosts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what you reminded me of those when you said that you didn't dream that you weren't asleep that long and you had that dream. You know what's like that is what's that thing people smoke? It's like salvia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
it does that. Yeah.
I've had friends talk about that, and I've had people talk about stories where they're like they lived fucking lifetimes, like their time perception's so jacked up.
Oh wow.
That they like have like,
salvia. Huh?
Yeah, they like have a whole life.
Damn.
Yeah.
And some people never quite come back from it. We had a friend of a friend who supposedly had smoked salvia and then just
kept
was
on
never
doing it.
He was just never quite right. Yeah, and he did keep doing it
because he wanted to go back to that.
I got to fix it. I got to fill that hole. Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
But can you imagine something like that where you smoke it and in 10 minutes you experience 22 years or something?
That's wild.
Yeah. I did salvia once.
You
Smoked
did?
salvia. Yeah, in college because I was in Texas. So it's like, weed's not
sure.
legal, so I'll just smoke anything they sell at the gas station. It's fine.
Yeah.
I remember I tried it. I was like, I don't feel anything. Like at this point, I'd been smoking weed for like 4 or 5 years. I was like, I don't feel anything. And then I stood up to go outside, and my hands stayed on the ground.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, oh no. Yeah. So I was pretty like, after that, I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Never again.
My hands stayed on the ground.
Yeah. I was like, this is unsettling.
Like a slinky. I just imagine him just walking away. His hands are stretching out like Mr. Fantastic or something.
Like I described it to someone, it's like, it's how you feel when you sit on your hand and falls asleep. Like,
yeah.
It's just detached from my body now. This isn't a part of me anymore.
Wow. And you smoked weed. I didn't know you ever smoked weed.
Oh yeah, in college and not in high school.
Mm.
Yeah.
High school, yeah.
He said
Oh, in high school too. Yeah. Okay. They say you're not supposed to do it in high school, right? I'm sure.
They say a lot of things.
Yeah,
they.
you're not supposed
who are
to
they?
do it.
They
Yeah,
say.
supposed to do it.
You know who they is? Rothschild.
Rothschild. I remember the Rothschilds.
Oh man, got me thinking about that guy. What inspires somebody to be that damn rich? Like you have everything you want, you've got all that money. We talk about this all the time. It comes up on the show.
Yeah.
This idea that some people it's just never enough money, power, control. Even long after I'm dead, I want to know that my legacy is just powerfully moving forward.
It's pretty wild because you think about like people on like TikTok now that have come up with like money schemes, like money glitches and stuff, and it's all like you're lending money from the bank and not paying it back. Like that's infinite money glitch. But he was the first one that's like he figured out like an infinite money glitch. He's like, he was right. Yeah, it worked.
Rothschild, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, exactly. I didn't bring it up because I didn't fully understand it. Like there was a diagram and everything, Pierce. I was like looking at it trying to figure out like how it was something with trading, right? Like he found like some kind of a loop
fractions of
where he could just continually generate money out of nothing.
Yeah, like basically charging interest or making interest on trades. Yeah.
Okay, I made it more complicated than it was. Yeah, he came up with interest, Tony. That's all it was.
Yeah.
They also did a similar thing in Office Space.
Yeah, it's just a fraction of a penny. No one's gonna miss it.
Yeah, that's funny. Did a deep dive on intelligent animals.
Intelligent animals. Okay,
We've talked about animals. One of our famous clips last time we
fucking
used
giraffe.
the giraffe.
We didn't know like does giraffes
We
lay
spent
down?
15 minutes
Giraffes lay down?
deciding if giraffes
I'm proud
lay
to say
down.
since then I've seen giraffes lay down. I'm
we,
fully aware.
we all went out and saw
Everyone's
a
like,
giraffe.
oh yeah,
I have a new recurring issue with that now.
Yeah.
Like once every month or so, and if my wife listens to this, she'll understand. I keep forgetting that sharks are not mammals; they're fish.
Okay.
So I'm getting them mixed up with dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
And like I always feel bad because I'm explaining something to my kids, like, "Oh, mammals, like a shark," and my wife's like, "What? You're a grown man."
You're grown.
To the kids talking to their teacher, that my daddy said.
Yeah, and he's the smartest man I know.
Yeah. Joe is like one of the smartest people I know for sure. But that's hilarious.
I just keep forgetting sharks are fish.
Sharks are
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah. We're all humans, man.
Yeah.
Even sharks, they're dolphins. You
Yeah.
know?
So what is what's the consensus of the smartest?
Not there's just a bunch of them. I mean, I think the ones at the top are probably like any given octopus. I always avoid the plural of that word.
Octopi?
Is it octopi? Is
It
that
is octopi.
literally the plural?
I use octopodes.
Octopodes. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's right.
Octopodes.
It just sounds
Yeah,
good.
8-footed.
Cephalopods.
Cephalopods. That's what they are.
Oh yeah.
They're part of the mollusk family, by the way.
I didn't know
Did you know
that.
that?
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
They're interesting because octopuses have. I just break the mold completely. Fuck it.
You can just say octopuses if you want to say it. Fine.
Yeah, octopuses. They. Yeah, I got it out of my system.
That's the Mexican version of a girl. Octopus. Octopuses. Because the A and O. Never mind.
Are you following it?
Nah.
I'm
just rolling with it.
Like
Just rolling with
when
it.
you say like an A in Spanish, it's usually like female, and O in Spanish is male.
Oh, I see. For
I'm
the
just
end of the
saying-
word. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just say octopuses. That's the female version of.
Oh, but very good, Pierce. No, I was going to say they're interesting because they've shown tool use,
Yeah.
which is very
Yep,
cool. Like
yep.
pretty intricate tool use, and they're also fascinating because they split from our line such a long time ago. So it's like this totally different type of intelligence.
Yeah.
Which is why you see weird shit like they have intelligence in their limbs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they can think separately with their arm or
Yep.
whatever, which is just makes you wonder, like when we're looking for life out there, I think we're going too narrow,
Fucking
guys.
aliens. Yeah,
I think we're going too narrow.
What was it? Resident Alien. That's a show. Have you ever seen it? It was on Netflix.
I've heard of it. I've never
So
seen it.
Resident Alien. He's an alien that came down. And he's trapped here.
Okay.
And he was at a restaurant and there's an octopus there and he's like, brother. And he's like, you know, it's like he's like, what? And so they were talking and like they were saying the octopus are aliens trapped on Earth.
I believe that.
But no. So like the cephalopods. I'm gonna go cephalopods dollar. They're an interesting animal because not only can they like, you know, they're super intelligent, camouflage, right?
Yeah.
They can take the shape of color
That shit
and
is
texture.
wild. I know.
And texture. That's the wild thing.
Really quickly too.
Yeah. And then the other way too, jet propulsion. They move by jet propulsion, basically, with the water.
Oh, like squeezing the water to
Yeah,
move.
squeezing the water out.
Same idea. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. They can open jars, escape tanks.
Yep.
Solve
They
mazes.
can fit into tiny spots. They can get their whole body because they're invertebrates.
No bones. Yeah.
They can get through small areas and get, you know, through things. The only the only solid part of their body is their beak.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying too.
Yeah.
You're like, that thing can crush like it's designed to crush like clams and stuff like that, you know?
It's got to be so strong, dude.
Yeah.
And you don't see it coming.
Get fucking
from the
bit.
octopus.
Oh my god! Can you imagine?
You
You're
go,
that
"Oh, it's all
one.
squishy."
You're that one rare person that gets fucking bit by an octopus. Like, god damn it!
I have seen
Most
videos.
unlucky person ever.
I've seen some videos of them doing weird stuff like clinging to people and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that video that I showed you. I think I sent it to you too. The reel of the guy that was like saw the octopus like, underwater and like grabbed onto his hand. He's like, "Oh, that's cool." And it's like onto his face, and he's like, "Oh,
not cool.
He's like,
not
has
cool.
to get up out of the water, and the
he's
whole
being
time the cameraman's just like, and this
Bro.
guy is clearly struggling. He's like, "Oh," like it is like. I was like, this cameraman's not going to help him.
Wow, I think he died. That's crazy.
Well,
Yeah, but they can recognize human faces too, individual faces, and they decide who they like and don't like, and
Yep.
they've been known to like squirt.
So the octopus, the other documentary too, you ever see on Netflix? I think is my octopus teacher or something like that, where this guy he lived off the coast, and he would go swimming, and this octopus like took a liking to him, and like would keep on greeting him and saying like and showing him things. Like he'd go out and he would follow the octopus, and the octopus would like purposely like bring him into things. And they
Form
don't
like a relationship with him.
Yeah, but they don't live that long. Like unless you're like a giant
1 to
octopus.
2 years. I was really surprised
They
about
don't live
that.
that long. Yeah, and so like this one, obviously passed away, and he didn't know because he was like gone for a while.
Mhm.
And then another like baby one came afterwards, and he's like, "Oh, this must have been a child of one of the that one." So
Wow.
I've heard they're like one of the most humane seafood to eat because like they only live for 2 years, and you can catch a 2-year-old one and it tastes fine.
yeah,
Like just helping nature.
It's
And
not
there's
really
a
that
ton
old.
of them.
this
Yeah.
old man was fine. He was
Yeah.
gonna die anyway.
Yeah, he lived a good life.
He lived
2
a good life,
years.
2
Yeah.
years, yeah, that's
Meanwhile,
fine.
still that fresh octopus. You know?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I actually we had sushi yesterday, me and Callie.
Yeah.
Did you?
And she had taco, and that's
Okay.
octopus.
All right.
She loves fucking octopus, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think besides cephalopods,
Yeah.
which includes octopus
Octopi.
and all their? Okay. What else? What do you think is up there? Smartest animals.
Dolphins. That's a classic.
Yep, they're in there for
Yeah,
sure.
dolphins.
And whales. They got echolocation and shit. They
Yeah.
can do all kinds of cool stuff.
I mean, obviously, like chimpanzees.
The great apes.
Yeah, the great apes.
Yep.
What about the grape ape? Is he up
the
there?
great, the great ape.
The smartest of all time.
I also want to say like
Here it
crows
comes.
and ravens.
Ah, the corvid family. Yes,
Yes.
indeed. Crows, ravens, magpies.
Yep.
They are considered.
They use tools too.
I'm skeptical of any kind of statements like this, but they're supposed to be on par with the great apes.
Yeah, they use tools as well.
Yeah, no, they definitely use
Yeah.
tools. Again, they recognize specific humans,
They
build
recognize, they
relationships. with-
communicate as well. They have certain ways of communication, and between different flocks, they communicate differently too.
Oh wow.
So like a flock will know one flock from another.
Yeah. They have, like different accent.
Yeah, different gangs.
I saw a really cute TikTok video. I don't know if it was real, but it was a crow helping a bear. It was like supposedly the crow had been hanging out with the bear and was like scouting out food for him and stuff.
How great is it? You have to like preface everything. I saw something on TikTok. I don't know if it was real.
Yeah. I don't believe anything I see on TikTok, bro. I don't like so many of those things. You're just like, they're fun to watch, like just like the fireball tornado. Like that's fascinating to look at, but it's definitely not real. Okay. You can imagine some of the shit. Yeah, so they're up there. Killer whales are really interesting too. They're ones that we sleep on a lot,
and they're
for intelligence.
Recently doing new stuff too.
Really? Like
yeah, their whole new killing method of icebergs.
Yes,
going under the icebergs and not the ice, well, whatever the sheets of ice, and creating a wave.
Yes,
and like instead, like because they used to like just wait for like fucking seals to come at the edge, right?
Yeah.
Or or they beach themselves up to get to them, within a certain distance. But now they're going in like groups. They're going underneath and created enough wave underneath these sheets of ice where it like goes and basically
makes it unstable,
makes it unstable and sends them into the water, and
they have a better chance of catching them in the water.
Yeah,
holy shit, that's
and they
crazy.
Do that, and they've been doing that to boats as well.
Well, that's what they were saying was like there's cultural things with whales, like different groups of whales.
Yep,
they like teach their young how to certain hunting strategies. They're not sure how they do it, but like different groups do it differently and stuff like that, which is wild.
Yeah, and then like you were saying, there's certain whale pods that are not kind to humans.
Yeah.
And they target boats and everything like that.
Yeah. I've heard like flipping over yachts and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something you don't want is a pissed off killer whale.
Hell no, dude.
It's got killer in the name.
Yeah.
And then if you see them in person, they're just gigantic, dude.
Yeah, dude.
They're so damn big.
And the things that like terrify me the most is like you've been in the water. You've swam, right? And to swim, and if you try to like swim and like jump out of water, like as a human, we can't generate enough force to do that. But a whole fucking killer whale who weighs what? Maybe like 1,200 pounds? How much do they weigh?
I don't know.
1,200, 1,500 pounds?
Yeah.
They can propel themselves out of the water like feet into the air. Like that's dumb. Yeah. That's a lot of strength and power.
Yeah, so they can swim 35 miles per hour, and they actually live 50 to 90 years old in the wild.
Yeah,
compared to like an octopus.
But how much do they weigh?
Sorry. I just go quickly distracted. So this says specifically female for some reason. I guess they're the heavier ones, up to 8,800 pounds.
Whoa, even way more than I thought.
Yeah,
Jesus.
between 6,600 and 8,800.
Bro,
I know.
And they're pushing that out of the water, dollar?
35 miles an hour.
35 miles an hour, bro.
4.5 tons going.
That's getting hit by a car. Yeah, dude, that's getting hit by a car, dollar.
Dude, I feel like we are such mystery animals, humans.
Yeah, we got brains.
Yeah.
We got brains.
That's all. That's it.
Yeah.
In the physical part, we got nothing, bro.
We're just like we're good at not getting super tired.
Yeah,
yeah, right. We can run for a really long time.
We're not fast. Yeah. We don't give up.
Yeah,
we're stubborn. We just keep going.
That actually must have been brutal. If you were an animal being hunted down by early humans like that,
probably frustrating as hell.
These slow ass bipedal.
So frustrating.
It's gotta be.
Did you hear Carl? Yeah, fucking humans. Idiot.
Yeah.
Told him not to take a nap, dude.
How do you get killed by humans? Come on, man.
Yeah. Just turn left. Just turn.
Yeah, that is brutal though. That would be so scary if you were that animal and just these fucking crazy looking bipedal things with sticks or whatever, just slowly coming no matter what. I keep leaving.
I think it's more like,
back.
Right? They're probably more caught by surprise. Like, what does he have in his hand? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, what? He's on 2 legs? What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's weird now how humans and our relationships with animals is so different. Like we have all these problems with people feeding animals and animals just not being scared. All the bears are getting more and more.
Russia, the fucking polar bears are coming down to like cities and shit, like in towns. Yeah.
Oh no,
it's a big thing. Yeah.
Like in Siberia or like
they're coming down and like they're like
coming down
rummaging the trash because like food is also scarce as well.
Sure. Okay,
and they're rummaging through towns and stuff. And yeah, dude, there's this one video I saw.
Bro,
like,
they're so
this
big.
polar bear that was like in one of the towns. This guy was like on his what is it, the fucking snowmobile?
Yeah,
barely got away from this fucker. And we've had one of our guests before. We had Justin Freeman. He was in those islands that are like between Russia and United States and Alaska.
What are
Was
those
it
places?
the Aleutians?
No,
Yeah, it is the illusion. But
yeah.
what's the specific one?
Starts
he was
with
on?
a G.
He was literally on the very last one.
Yeah.
Where the next island that you can see was Russia.
It was Russia.
Oh, okay.
And
So
they
it
had
was
the
like-
Coast Guard, Russian Coast Guard on
It started with
the
a
island.
D. It was a crazy name, like
Definitely.
diamide.
Diamide
Diamide.
Islands. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he was on those, right? And he said that like the polar bears are out there, right?
Mm.
And he goes that he goes, by the time you see a polar bear's nose, it's too late. He goes, if you see a polar bear's nose, it's too late. And he was saying that like they're also crazy ass animals because the way their heads are shaped, like the way they run, like if you shoot at them, their heads are slanted. So like it's like choo.
Bullets
So it's
ricochet.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they probably have like a thick skull too.
Yeah.
yeah.
They do. Yeah,
But,
it's like a known thing. It's happened before where people have shot directly at them and it's just like going over, just bouncing off their.
Yeah, but that's what he said. He goes, if you see their nose, it's over.
Yeah.
And when he said that, that was the first time I ever thought about how camouflaged they were,
Dude.
Like you already think about how terrifying it would be to come across one, but then think about being in their element where
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
is
because we see them like
snow-covered.
at zoos here.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, look at that. It's a white bear. And like, oh, no, everything's white. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just looking around.
Yeah.
I saw a video of this dude. He wanted to see like a polar bear up close. So they put him in this like
Why do people have
plexiglass.
these drives.
They put him in this like plexiglass like cube, right?
Generations trying to.
On top of this trailer and like just let him go. And like they had all these like cameramen and everything like that. And he had a camera inside. Dude, this polar bear, like he was pushing the limits on how like this thing was holding up. You know, it's basically being like in a
That dude's
cage.
shitting
It's like basically
brick
being like in a
inside.
cage with the great whites around you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one was like the polar bear. The polar bear's like, dunk, dunk. He's like looking at it and he's looking at the flexing of the plexiglass. And so he'd stop one spot and he was like, dunk, dunk, oh. And he saw that it was like flexing.
Yeah.
And the guy inside is like, oh no. And he was like, he's like, the polar bear was like pushing on top of the part that was flexing in. And I was like, this could be bad. Somebody might want to grab that trailer
Yeah.
and
Is there
get
like
that
a
guy out of
button
there.
you can
or-
press? Yeah.
What is that? Was that dude obsessed with bears? Is he like
I don't know.
adrenaline?
He just wanted to,
junkie?
he just wanted to see, but like, you know, he also had breathing holes, and like the nose was going in there, and like his finger was like,
he's trying to figure it out.
his finger was like going in, like his claws were in there, just like,
Can you imagine how terrifying that would be?
yeah, I don't care how, yeah, I don't even want to like. I've seen like terrible videos as well as like shark cages, like a fucking
yeah.
shark
yeah, no
getting into
way,
that little
bro.
hole and just
Yeah.
like,
No, dude. No. I don't know what drives people to want that. Like I said, I feel like it's like generations and
We've spent
generations
so long.
of evolution.
Yeah.
For you to be like, you're going to fuck it up for everybody? You just want to go right up to the.
Yeah. Like imagine going back like 100,000 years, talk to like
right.
one of the first people. Like, oh yeah, we have cities and buildings. We have air conditioning. Explaining air conditioning to them.
Yeah.
Like, we're nowhere near animals ever. But for fun,
Yeah.
we like to go in cages.
I like to get real close to them just to see what happens, just to fuck with
Can you
them.
imagine that dude back then would be ostracized?
Yeah.
What is Dave working on over there? He's
Yeah.
like, I'm building this thing so that I can get close to the bears Just
And
fucking
watch him.
to kill him
just to watch
immediately.
Yeah, just to watch him. I just want to see him up close.
Just up close, you know, see what it feels like. Embrace death, you know what I mean? Because we live in such a lucky time now, but there was so much time throughout human history, like during the Ice Age, like when all these crazy animals
Oh,
were
yeah.
still roaming around, and humans were just like these weak, small groups of people that were just traveling around,
We were just part of the food
hoping
chain.
for the best.
Yeah, we were part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that wild that we're not in such a short amount of time? We're not really part of the food chain anymore. I mean, we're
No.
at the top of the food chain.
That's what they were saying. Like
That's crazy.
They were saying, like, you know, again, talking about human history, just how much we've impacted the history of the world.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if it was a giant ass book that we're not even a page in that giant book
Totally.
on where we're
Yeah.
at in the history of the world, and like
Blink of
somebody
an eye.
also was also comparing it to like the Lord of the Rings movies. He goes, the entire series, we're not even a second into that series. If you want to compare
Yeah.
how long we've been on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel so small, time wise, distance wise, just how big the universe is. Like, how big is it? It's probably
Yeah.
infinite. Do you think the universe is infinite? I mean, that's
Well,
not.
I don't think it's infinite because it's expanding. So if it's expanding, it has to.
Stop somewhere.
Well, that
Yeah,
idea
there
that
has to be
this is
some
one
edge.
universe. I guess I should
Yeah.
say that the multiverse is infinite. Do you think that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be. Yeah.
if it is, then the odds of us being in a simulation are insanely high.
Oh yeah, almost
Right?
almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's just wild. We talked a lot
I
about
told
that last
Tony, you've seen Rick and Morty.
A few
No?
episodes. Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys need to watch it. I've told Tony he needs to watch it because it goes on to like multiverses. Like it's wild, dude. Like the different things. And like there's one of them is like one episode. Well, not one. It's like a series of it because they keep on playing on different past episodes. One of them was like they were being played as a fucking video game the whole time. Like they were video game people. And
Yeah,
somebody was
like-
playing as them.
It'd be a boring game. I guess it's like The Sims. We do the same thing.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Can you imagine the Sims are real fucking people out there in the world and we're just
so
like
terrible. Yeah.
it's just-
I'm so sorry.
And we don't even know it.
yeah.
And maybe that's who's controlling us too. That would explain a fucking lot.
Yeah.
Was it
Why
like that
people
joke?
act
Like
like-
when you walk into a room and you forget why you walked in the room. It's like, oh, someone canceled your action.
Yeah.
Damn. People always
You're not
cancel.
hungry anymore. I'm not hungry.
Yeah, you
anymore.
know what? Yeah, I'm not hungry.
It does get into weirdness if you start thinking about it being a simulation. You think about just like the math behind it, and then you're like, it's actually more likely we're in a simulation than we're not in a simulation. But then what is that? What's underneath it? Like, what does the other side of this shit look like? Or is it even something that it looks like?
I don't know.
I feel like
it's just a switchboard behind this.
Yeah.
Someone just going.
that someone is Jesus.
This is the new Bible. This is you thought Mormons were coming up with crazy stuff.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we got
Wait
him.
a second.
We
Yeah.
beat him for sure.
Yeah. And the Mike and Tony show create a new religion.
Yeah. That's why you just got to have fun in life. That's what I'm always saying. Just enjoy life, enjoy experiences, because you really don't know.
Wait a second. If this is a video game, that means I can just go run out there and
Yeah.
get mashed and come back, right?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Extra
Probably
life.
not.
Extra
Probably
life,
not, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do
No.
you have a quarter? Or you,
Ready Player One. Yeah.
Yeah. Before we don't understand at all where the real person even is. So
Yeah.
we probably shouldn't fuck around with cars running in front of stuff.
Just turns out you're the one real person. Like,
Oh,
well,
my God.
That is something I think about, like the whole Truman Show thing. Like
Yeah.
you just find out, like, God.
Dang. That's a right. Yeah. You're the one random person that's real in the whole place.
Finding that out.
You don't, and
The
the
level of
whole
anger.
time they were just like, okay, he's the last one. We got to make this guy last. And then you're just this fucking wreck, just like druggy, doing all this stuff. Like, oh, fuck, no, what happened?
Yeah. What if it is, though? What if that was the case? You find out in the end, you find out that everybody you know, everything you know, it's not real. It wasn't real.
Yeah.
It was all simulated just for you. Here's the real you. And then you see the real you and it looks just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did a really great job here.
What was it? Where they were, we were talking about like the possibility of one thing, right? There was this video I saw, and it was talking about like grapes, right? And it was like, there's 1,000 grapes, and for every 1,000, in that 1,000 grapes, there is one poisonous grape in there, and for every grape that you eat, you get $100,000. Like, do you eat one grape, and you're like $100,000? You're like, oh, okay. Like, how many grapes do you eat? $1.
And what's the percentage? Or like how
One
many?
in 1,000.
1 in 1,000.
Is poison?
Yeah, 1 in 1,000 is poison. So it's 1,000 grapes. One is poisoned. For every grape that you eat that's not poisoned, you get $100,000.
Let's go math, baby. I just grab a big bowl real quick.
That's what one of the guys said. He goes, fuck it. I'm grabbing a handful and just going with it.
Yeah, like it,
He goes,
like it.
and he goes, and that's it. I'm calling it right there.
Yeah,
He goes, that's what I'm
exactly.
going to do. And then
Exactly.
another guy was like, no, he's like, I think 10. I'm going to go 10 in. And if and 10 doesn't work, I'll go another 10. And then the other guy was like, yeah, but then he's like, what if you get to 20? And then they're like, I'm going to go another 20. And then 21 is your poisonous grape.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Yeah.
That was me, Dolly. That's I would say
Yeah.
too. I'm just going to grab a fucking
Handful.
and
Say my
just like,
odds are good.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
My odds are good.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be if it
Yeah.
goes south.
I don't know. 1 in 1,000. That's more dangerous than like driving a car.
Wait,
That's-
1 in 1,000 is what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah.
Oh, somehow in my head I turned it into 100,000.
That's still a lot of fucking grapes, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A handful.
Yeah, but 1 in 1,000, that puts it in perspective a little bit because there are.
What are
a
you
number-
doing, Joe? Are you just like going numbers?
No, I'm none. Yeah.
None.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Is it none?
I'm just gonna get some regular grapes.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
no, I'm good.
yeah, I mean, 1 in 1,000, that's too much for me. That's,
Yeah. No, I would go for it. I'd gamble a little.
Yeah.
But it'd be a handful because
That's it. Yeah.
I wonder what 1,000 grapes looks like.
a lot of grapes.
That is a
That's
lot of
a
grapes.
lot
bro.
of grapes.
That's, a
That's
lot
like
of
all the grapes at a store, probably, or like a whole display.
Think so?
I think so.
Like what's in
Damn it.
one big?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna look now. How many is in a bunch of grapes? God damn it.
You gotta see.
Look, yeah.
Turns out it's like 4 of those. Like I'm gonna change my answer. Actually,
It's like, no, see it. No, thank you. I'm good.
puts it in perspective. When I was thinking 1 in 100,000, I was like, of course,
Yeah.
of course, maybe 2 handfuls.
All right.
1,000.
Oh, a typical grape can anywhere from 50 to 100.
What is that thing called?
A bunch.
Oh, a bunch. Okay, got
So
it.
dang. So just like 10 of those.
Is it really is? I don't know about the handful. I don't know about the handful. 10 of those?
Yeah.
That's not very many.
Because it says 50 to 100 depending on the bunch.
Oh my god! So yeah, so
there's-
10 to 20
there's
max.
10. So if you get 10, you could put 10 on your fucking counter upstairs, dollar,
Yeah,
and just be like,
Yeah.
one of those is gonna end your life.
That's the hard part about like our brains. It's like I'm convinced every person's good at math. Like everyone can do math. It's just part of our brain.
Yeah.
We're bad at statistics.
Yes.
yeah.
Because you think about it, like, oh, like 1 in 1,000, like, oh, you give it a shot. And you talk to people like, oh, like, what's the most dangerous thing you do in your life? And it's like, oh, people say, oh, riding on a plane
Yeah.
or like riding a roller coaster. It's like, no,
Driving
like
a car.
just driving a car is probably
Yeah.
the most dangerous thing you do. Walking
Sure.
is probably
Yeah.
slightly more dangerous than driving in a car.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, but you don't feel like it's dangerous because you do it so much.
Totally.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, it's got to be the thing I rarely do. So it's
Yeah,
going to the top of a building, flying in a plane. Like, no,
I
just
know.
walk, just existing
Every
is
day.
dangerous.
Yeah.
yeah. Like anything that you do more often than walking is like, I'm not going to risk it. It's like eating a handful of grapes. Like, that's like going on a
I already
5
walk.
walks.
Yeah, I already walked a few times this week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking push it. Yeah. Wow, that is interesting to think about. Just like the sheer. If you think about the numbers, the odds, because I think about someone like me with commuting
Mhm.
and for so many years driving so far
Yeah.
to work, back and forth on
Incredibly dangerous.
I-70.
You've already used up all your luck not dying doing that.
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm working at this MLK for the rest of my life here, Pierce. Yeah, I don't know. Probability and statistics
Yeah.
we talk about it here on the show all the time about like you said, I think maybe we have a good tendency to be able to do math in general, but when it comes to like particularly big numbers, we have no idea. We have no
the
idea what
scale
we're
of
talking
things.
about, bro.
Yeah.
Once we get past like 150, when you're talking about 17,000 of something, you're like, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Just like us just now, we're like, 1,000 grapes. That's probably the whole store. It's probably like 2 Safeways.
How many grapes have ever existed?
That's probably
It turns out it's 10 bunches.
10 bunches. It's just it's on your counter. That's
Yeah.
as many grapes right there.
I picture myself learning that with my hand in the thing. Like,
I've seen that many at a barbecue. Oh my god! Like, I'm risking my life.
damn. Grapes are good. They're good for you too. Not good for dogs though.
No, too many grapes is also bad.
Oh, is that right? Too many
Yeah.
grapes can get you.
How many is too many? Hold on.
Yeah, 1,000.
Is it 1,000 grapes?
It's only 10.
Yeah.
It's only 10 bunches, bud. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I wonder what's bad about grapes if you eat too many for a person. Do you know?
Well, it's like runs through you. The shits.
Yeah,
Oh,
a
it
lot
just
of
does this-
fiber,
yeah.
a lot of
Oh.
sugar.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fiber, sugar.
sure. I'll never forget the first time when my doctor was saying I needed to increase fiber, and it was one of those weird moments in my life where instead of increasing vegetables and stuff, I was like talking to my mom about it. It got me
Pills.
no, it was the powder.
The Metamucil.
Bro, I mixed it into something. I
Gross.
almost died, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was in so much pain. Like
I don't-
the level of pain I experienced. I was like, this is fiber. I'm like, fuck fiber. I never want it again. Like heaping spoons into this, whatever that
Gross,
stupid
dude.
Like on the toilet, like I was unfamiliar with its game. I thought I stood a chance.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No.
Well, my story was
That's
what the fuck when I went vegan for the month.
Oh yeah.
When I fucked that up.
Yeah.
I think I've told you this before too. Like I went vegan and I was
Yeah.
like, I still got to maintain my protein
for a
intake.
month, right?
Yeah, for a month.
Yeah.
Because I watched that Game Changers and it was actually pretty successful. I remember I told you all like my doctor results and everything like that. But I fucked up the first 2 weeks, Joe.
Okay.
So I was like, I just need to maintain protein. And so I was like, I can get vegan protein, and be fine with it. Well, I got this Orgain is, one of the top vegan brands. And so I got Orgain, but I got the probiotic Orgain. Now, mind you, Joe, I'm trying to maintain my protein intake. So I'm drinking like 3 of these a day.
Yeah. So your gut flora
3 a
is
day,
through the
bro.
roof.
I told
Thriving.
I told Tony, I was like,
got ferns down there and
bro,
shit.
Yeah.
I have legit shit 8 to 10 times today.
Wait,
And I was like-
is that not normal?
And I was like, dude, my ass hurts. I was like, fucking wiping like crazy. I was like, dude, this is terrible. And I was like, this vegan thing might be, I don't know, dude. And then I just like, I remember one day just shaking the shake, and I was like looking at the Orgain thing. I was like, probiotic. I was like, oh, fucking A.
That
I was like,
explains
God
it.
damn it, dude. I'm drinking 3 or 4 of these a day for like 2 weeks. I was like, no wonder I'm fucking just shitting everywhere.
Everywhere.
Bro, I lost a lot of weight though.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I do remember that whole thing. That's funny. I love probiotic stuff, kombuchas and all that.
I like a good kombucha.
Ugh.
Not your thing ever.
No,
Yeah.
you know that.
To be
You
fair,
never had one?
I drink straight vinegar. So
Yeah.
Do
that's
you
right.
really?
Yeah.
Literally drink
The
vinegar?
apple cider
Yeah.
vinegar.
apple cider
don't you?
vinegar, yeah.
I've heard
I like
that it's supposed to
balsamic
be
vinegar.
Yeah.
Really good for you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like unfiltered. It's the same as kombucha.
You literally drink it just
I take shots of it, yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a party.
Not regularly.
This guy knows how to party, right?
I mean, I can't
Shots
sing.
of
I've
it.
tried so many different things.
Just walk around the house
over
like, this wine tastes like shit.
yeah, this is
This is
horrible.
red wine vinaigrette.
This went bad, guys. I don't know. What happened? What do you know what the benefits are for it? I've heard it in general, but
Oh,
I
it's just
don't really.
probiotics. So like,
Vinegar.
yeah,
That's
because vinegar it has like what's it called, the SCOBY or whatever.
Yeah.
like it's made the same way
Sure. Okay.
as kombucha,
As kombucha, yeah.
or same,
Just put a little
same
crystal.
idea.
Just put a little crystal light in some vinegar.
Which kind of
You'll be
explains, which explains like if you have a kombucha and you open it and then leave it open way too long before you
Vinegary
drink
smell.
it, it gets more progressively
Yeah.
more vinegary tasting and smelling and stuff.
Okay,
I've
now
heard-
I want to know if like a crystal light packet will help that shit out.
A crystal light
I mean-
packet like in a kombucha?
No, like
And just straight vinegar.
And just vinegar, like you just drinking it like it's like a regular.
Yeah, I mean
That
it's
could
it's
get
real
real.
bitter, real tart. So yeah, sugar probably wouldn't hurt.
Could get real weird.
Yeah,
Created a taste. Because you would think in all the history of humanity, somebody would have put vinegar and sugar together.
yeah.
Is that a
Probably
thing?
some drink out there already. Yeah,
Yeah, probably. Well, there's sugar in kombuchas. Some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fermented stuff, right?
Yeah. Have you made beer in a while?
No, I haven't made it like probably 4 or 5 years now.
4 or 5 years.
I don't drink much anymore either.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Okay. Oh, you know what I did want to talk about today,
Yeah.
too, was because last time you were here, I think you had fairly recently started the
Fasting
yeah.
thing, yeah.
yeah, like it's a study, right?
Yeah,
That
so
you're part of?
Yeah, I'm about a year into it now, or about. Yeah, by the time I'm done with it, it'll be 18 months. Yeah, about a year into it. Yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay. So you got about a half year left, about
Um,
6.
my final check-in will be like into July.
Oh,
so-
soon. Really soon.
Yeah,
Couple months.
boy, yeah, I have no concept of time. Yeah, that's like I'm like 3 months away. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's well over a year. He's like,
1,000 grapes.
he's more
1,000
like,
grapes. Yeah, 1,000 grapes.
that's probably, what's like 2 towns
Yeah,
worth.
what's 500 days out? Yeah, like,
So, first of all, let's talk a little bit about it. Like, what have been all the things that you've consistently done now for this whole time?
So pretty consistently, don't eat after 4. Don't eat till 8. Sorry, start eating at 8 a.m. Finish eating at 4 p.m. And then just water, Diet Coke.
Wow.
Yeah. Main thing I've learned is I like Diet Coke. Coke Zero sucks.
I love Coke. See, I don't like that.
I don't like I
It's like-
I went
it's
into
like
this
chemical
thinking
tasting.
I went into this thinking that I like Coke Zero more.
Yeah.
And I think my problem is it tastes too much like Coke.
Oh, okay.
So my brain's like, no, I just want a Coke.
Yeah.
But Diet Coke's like its own thing. It
is.
doesn't taste like Coke.
Right. It's like its own flavor.
Yeah, it's not like Diet Dr. Pepper where it tastes like pretty close to Dr. Pepper,
Yeah.
which has been proven.
Yeah.
So yeah, just Diet Coke fiend.
Wow.
We've done
Yeah.
so to piggyback off his little thing that said the Diet Dr. Pepper tastes the same. Joe was convinced that he can taste caffeine.
Yeah.
And so
I was convinced.
And so this is when we worked at the Rockies. And so I was like, all right, we're going to do a taste test. And I did a different taste test. So I got caffeine-free Dr. Pepper. I got caffeine-free Diet Dr. Pepper. And then I got caffeine-free regular Dr. Pepper.
Mm.
No.
And then regular Dr. Pepper and regular Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, and regular Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah. So I got those two, right?
Yeah.
And I did all the, it was like very scientific dollar. I did them cold and warm.
Oh, wow.
Joe guessed them opposite.
Yeah, I was 0 for 8. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So he guessed that
not
the
close at all.
caffeine-free ones were caffeine,
Mhm.
and then the caffeine ones were caffeine-free.
That's statistically wild.
yeah.
To get every single
yeah.
one?
But Dr. Pepper does, I mean, Dr. Pepper.
They do a good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do a great job.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you.
Those
Yeah.
23 flavors.
Yeah. and right, that's where they make them close to where you grew up. Right?
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper,
Yeah.
McKinney out there.
I don't know if I told you, like, I thought back on why throughout my life I was convinced, and I figured it out.
Okay.
So my parents, when I was growing up, shopped at I can't remember what it's called. It's a store that sells stuff that other stores couldn't sell,
Okay.
like fall off the truck stuff, out of season stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was like 10 or 11, they got like 3 cases of caffeine-free soda,
Okay.
and we drank it for like 2 or 3 years. So what I thought was the taste of caffeine-free soda
Yeah.
was severely expired off-brand soda.
Oh,
So I
Wow.
spent like 10 years saying like, oh no, that's just what caffeine-free soda tastes like. And it's like, no, that's just very expired.
that's so funny. I had a similar story to that where my friend, we were helping clean his grandma's house.
Mm.
And she was like, all right, here's your reward for helping me out. And she gave us a whole case of Pepsi. You know, and we're like 13 years old. Like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
She gives a whole case of fucking Pepsi.
We're set.
And so we're set, dude. Yeah. And so we went to go drink it. You know, we had it cold. And then we went to go drink it. And just go. We're like, oh my God, why is it so burning? Dude, this shit was expired by like 8 years, dollar. Like,
Is that what happens to Pepsi when it's that old?
something to do was like, it
Yeah.
was burning us, dude. We're like, oh, my throat burns.
Oh my
We
God.
looked at it, the bottom of the can, and
What?
it was like 8 years expired, bro.
Holy shit.
It's grandma's.
Remember the time
I don't know. Yeah.
I got super sick one time drinking an expired fat tire because I didn't really
Yeah.
realize
That's bad, dude.
beers could get old. Maybe you could speak to this a little bit.
Yeah, I mean so the thing with beers is if they're sealed right, they never get dangerous to drink,
Yeah.
but they get gross. They get like skunked because like the bottle's brown, but light still gets in, and some oxygen will get in through the caps. It just gets oxygenated.
I got like really sick, like food poisoning.
Canned beer is probably your best beer bet.
yeah, that's the most
Oh,
sealed.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah,
But it was an
bottled beer, fuck.
extremely old one because I hadn't put 2 and 2 together that it was in this fridge at my parents' house. And my dad had hepatitis and stuff, so he stopped drinking for like a very long time.
Yeah.
And I just came home from work one day and I had like 2 Coors, I had like 3 beers. I had like 2 Coors Lights, and then I popped open the fat tire. And I remember going, yeah, it smells a little funny, huh? Whatever.
It smells
Drink it. And then it was like I woke up at like 3 a.m. It was just so sick.
Yeah, it might have just never been sealed correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oof.
Usually those will like pop before you can drink them. Like they'll burst on their own if something gets in there. But
so it's growing.
Right when I open it. It's just,
Something crawls out of it.
oh God.
Oh, that's bad. Is that bad? Is this bad?
Yeah. They wouldn't let me call in. This is when I worked for RTD.
Oh, jeez.
I tried calling in.
Yeah.
And they were like, no.
Not it.
Because I told them the truth. That's where I fucked up.
Oh.
I said, yeah, I had a beer last night. I think it was bad. And they're like, get your ass to work. Like came in, I was literally like in between phone calls. We did routing for the RTD buses.
Yeah.
It's like in between phone calls, I'm like running to the bathroom, got a trash can.
Isn't it wild?
They didn't give a shit.
I don't know if you were here during that. Like, yeah, when you would want a bus route before like the internet was like before RTD had like a website where you could do a trip planner.
Yeah,
you would call them up.
right.
You would call up RTD and be like, yo, I need to get to this spot. And like,
What do I
okay, you're
take?
going to take this, this, and this. Yeah, what Tony was doing.
No, I didn't live here in the before times. So
The
I don't
before
know.
times.
I don't know what it was like back then.
Yeah, no, these were actually the Accessoride.
Oh, okay.
bands. We were
All right.
scheduling those.
Oh, okay.
So like
Oh, okay.
pickups.
People
But
like
they did
calling
have those,
for a
though,
ride.
the ones
Yeah.
that-
Yeah. But you're right. It did used to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. So I was looking. The vinegar and sugar drinks.
Yeah.
They're called shrubs and switchels.
Sounds
Okay.
terrible.
Is it a British thing?
Shrubbery.
Yeah.
Shrubs and switchels, also known as drinking vinegars, are concentrated syrups made by mixing fruit, sugar, and vinegar. This sounds like fucking prison wine.
Yeah. Like,
Right?
you're like, oh, and some ketchup
It's like-
and a split packet.
Some ramen packet, some ramen seasoning. Historically, shrubs were a way to preserve fruit before refrigeration.
Okay.
Today, they're popular as a base for refreshing non-alcoholic drinks and cocktails. So, offering a unique sweet tart flavor profile, they can be infused with herbs, spices, and other flavorings.
Huh.
Now, switchels are known as haymaker's punch or ginger water.
Haymaker's punch.
Yeah, that sounds.
I've heard of switchel. Yeah, that's something like farmers drink.
Yeah. Haymaker's punch, ginger water is another vinegar-based drink, often considered considered the original sports drink
The first Gatorade.
due to its ability to rehydrate and replenish electrolytes.
Huh.
It's typically a blend of water, vinegar, ginger, sweetened with molasses, honey, maple syrup, or sugar. Switchel can be consumed on its own or mixed with other liquids.
That sounds nice.
There you go. Yeah.
It's actually got me thinking about it. Yeah. I'm being converted here because it sounded terrible in the beginning.
You're going to switch to switchels?
No, I'm sticking
Not anymore. I'm out. No.
You just ruined
I
it.
just ruined switchels for you guys.
Yeah. Do you have any fermented food? Do you eat yogurt? Do you eat yogurt ever?
Yeah. I just like kombucha, dude. It's
What
gross.
about,
It's fucking gross, man?
Sauerkraut? You like
Yeah,
sauerkraut?
I eat sauerkraut. I had
You
some
do? Okay.
I had actually some sauerkraut tonight.
So it's actually just kombuchas. You just don't like kombucha.
I don't like kombucha.
Which
Like,
one-
I like kimchi. I love kimchi.
Okay. This is crazy. But kombucha's too much, huh?
Yeah,
But the
bro.
kimchi's okay.
Yeah, bro.
Interesting. So we open up a kimchi in the kitchen and it's like the whole neighborhood smells for a little while.
No, I don't know what it is. I just don't like kombucha. Well, again, and I also don't like sparkling waters. I
Oh,
like
so
that
it's
too.
the bubbles.
It's
It's
the-
the mouth feel.
But you like soda.
Yeah, it's not the same. Not the same.
It's different bubbles.
Yeah.
Different size
Different
bubbles.
bro.
Yeah.
Different carbonation.
Are you a sparkling water person at all?
No, I just said that.
At all?
No.
You?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah. I can't drink regular water. I'm not a fish.
What kind of bullshit is this?
I need my special fancy water.
It
You
is-
can. Like,
ass water.
Acting like you've been drinking sparkling since you got here. That song with the Kanye.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't do it. I don't like the flavor.
Huh.
Like I don't like.
What do you mean the texture, right?
I don't know if it's.
Are you talking about kombucha specifically, or
no, or
just
sparkling stuff?
Yeah.
Sparkling
Yeah.
stuffs like
Yeah.
Trulies are fucking gross. High Noons, I can't do those things either because those are like a
the hard
sparkling-
seltzer or whatever.
Spin-
Yeah, they're like
Spindrift.
seltzers. Yeah, seltzer drinks. I don't like.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that stuff, dude. I don't like.
Now, Spindrift's different because it's got like real like juice in it. It's got like
Yeah.
It's not 0
Yeah.
calories. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
again. I keep track of what drinks are 0 calories.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So like
I do like those.
So like the poppy, those are sodas, and they're not like sparkling waters. I can drink
Right.
those.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but dude, fucking like a LaCroix, Perrier, like stuff like that. Nah,
you're out.
out, bro.
Can't mix it with anything. You put a little orange juice or something in it. It's kind of good.
No. Well, wait.
What's the point of that?
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking fancy over here, dollar. Jesus, dude. Non-alcoholic mimosa.
Hey, I haven't drank for a while, so you should find interesting things. Actually, mine makes fun of me. I have all kinds of little like dinner non-alcoholic cocktails that I make, like little
Yeah.
like
They're mocktails.
mocktails. Right. Like my favorite is I like the cranberry. I like cranberry juice with like some Spindrift, and then I was putting a little bit of ginger beer in it.
So
Good stuff.
there was a thing that I was introduced to at a CAFA conference. Not introduced to, told about. It's a drink called Malort.
Oh,
What are the names of
Okay,
these things?
yeah.
So you know it. Jim.
Oh, yeah.
sounds,
Yeah.
sounds awful.
So Malort, I guess, is like a Chicago thing,
Okay.
like
It's
an
like a-
Illinois thing.
it's like a Polish thing.
Yeah, so it's like it's a Swedish liqueur. They're saying it's like it's a herbaceous flavor, often described as a mix of wormwood and citrus. So they were saying it's like the opposite of like a Jaeger or something like that.
Opposite.
Yeah, because if you compare Jaeger and Malort, I think Jaeger's sweet
Yeah, and Malort is bitter.
bitter.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there because like people were like, because we were trying to teach people the Robert's rules of meetings.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I motion to do this, and so we're like, all right, we're gonna do a thing where we're gonna teach you how to motion that you motion that this be banned from the face of the earth. A food that should be banned from the face of the earth. And one person said Malort, and I was like, what the fuck is Malort? I need to know. And so now I am on the quest to find Malort and try it.
You're going to try Malort?
Yeah.
I have something similar at my house if you want to try some. Whenever we went to Iceland, we brought back a bunch of like Icelandic liquor.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's not quite the same. It's made with like birch root.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the same idea as wormwood root.
Okay.
Wormwood,
yeah.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
it's gross.
You're like, and I brought it home.
I have to
I
say,
have a
every
bunch of
bit
it.
of the description sounds great.
You gotta try it though.
We
I
have
just
one.
to try it.
We have ones like in a little glass bottle with an actual twig in it. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
Boy, they're really selling this.
So
Like-
it's
You ever want- you ever
like a
want a-
tequila worm, but it's
Yeah.
A twig.
it's a twig. in
You ever
it.
like do a
twig.
shot of vodka and you want to chase it with a tree?
Yeah.
We got
Right.
you. We know what you're
Super.
doing.
Sounds awesome. I
Yeah,
can't
so
wait
it was
to give
like,
it a whirl.
but in this, it was funny. So in this, our little thing that we were doing, the exercise, the things that people came up with that they wanted to ban from the world to eat, forever as a food. One was a Malort. Somebody said durian fruit, right?
They're wrong, but okay.
And
Yeah, they're wrong. That tastes delicious, but
yeah.
it smells horrible.
ugh, I've tasted it before. I don't like it either.
Can't get past the smell.
No, I can't.
Oh, you
get
haven't
the
tasted
smell.
it though?
I tasted it. Yeah.
Oh, you don't like the taste?
Dude,
of
at
it?
Costco they had a durian pastry.
Mhm.
It tasted terrible, fucking terrible too. And I was like, it's
They
a
might
pastry.
not have got it right.
I was like, it's a pastry,
This was
right?
here.
I was
How
like,
bad could it be? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
how bad
Costco
would it
around
be?
the corner?
No, it was
Durian?
made by some Indian company from Costco, because they do all that stuff a lot.
Sure.
Anyways, so one of them was durian, one of them was Malort. Somebody said, what's it called?
Balut.
What's the one that? Yeah, somebody said balut actually.
Yeah.
Someone else said cilantro.
Oh, they need to stop with that.
Someone said cilantro. The funniest one was blue cheese.
They're just some weak people.
And
Yes, that's
and the
what it sounds
argument
like.
for blue cheese was great
Okay.
because this girl was like, she's like, okay, let me put this into perspective. She goes, durian fruit. She goes, I'm never gonna regularly run into durian fruit ever in the United States.
You're lucky.
Like just walking
Yeah.
around, right? She goes, durian is no threat to me. She goes, Malort, apparently. She goes, it's a regional thing, so it's slim to none that I'm gonna run into that. She goes, and I also don't drink. So it's not going to come through. She goes, but blue cheese is everywhere.
Yeah.
She goes, blue cheese can be mistaken for ranch.
Yeah.
And she goes, and I do not ever want to run into that possibility ever again in my life.
Again.
She goes, so that's why. She goes,
This
that's
is
why.
trauma.
She goes, so
bringing up.
that's
Yeah.
why I believe blue cheese should be banned because it is readily available everywhere. I was like, damn, that is a good argument.
Yeah. She's still wrong, but it's a good argument.
Yeah. Blue cheese is good on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's good on wings.
Oh,
Wings.
I'm a ranch guy, but
Wings.
Yeah.
I'm a blue cheese wings person.
yeah.
My wife can't stand eating like wings with me or like
Why?
anything with bones. Because she just gets really frustrated at how inefficiently I eat it.
Oh, you eat it like a white person. You're just like, bite, done.
Like,
I don't
bones too
think
close.
so, but that's how she would describe it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, well,
No.
that's totally good.
Yeah, I clean mine.
That's
Yeah.
Myra. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I don't even know how
Because-
she does it. I look at it, I'm like, you chemically treated this or something. Like, how did it get like
that
this?
Beatles, those
Yeah.
Beatles things, like, just ate it up. Fucking
Time
Myra
lapse.
the piranha. Oh my gosh, Dollar, you have to put into account that she grew up very poor,
Yeah.
so she had to eat everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
she's
know.
eating the cartilage. She's
Yeah,
cracking
she's
the bones,
cracking the
sucking the
bones.
marrow out.
That's why it's always so funny having those conversations because I always grew up, poor.
Yeah.
And then I married my wife and I was like, man, we were killing it. Like, I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I did not realize.
Yeah, we were the Rothschilds compared to you.
I don't say the compared to you part. I'll throw that on the end of it. I was curious about these. I wanted to check these out. So, Joe, tell us, what did you bring us here today?
So these are,
Does this have gum in it?
yeah,
It does?
the gum's probably not good anymore.
Yeah, this says is this legit
It's from
1988?
1988. Yeah.
I almost don't want to open it.
Open it. Yeah.
Okay.
I have like 15 more at home.
Really? And where did you get these?
eBay.
This is amazing. Okay, so it's Dinosaurs Attack.
Yeah.
Tops 25 cents. It says 5 cards, 1 sticker, 1 stick of bubble gum.
Yep.
Mike's already ate his gum.
Oh, that is not what gum sounds like. Does it still taste like gum?
Do you have something to spit this in?
He hit it on there. That is not what gum sounds like.
It is not
Did you
chewing.
just eat pebbles?
Yeah,
What was that?
It's done. It's gone.
It's
Yeah.
You swallowed it. You're fucking ridiculous.
Bro,
So-
that turned into instant powder. I chewed it.
Bro, you ate it before you even had the package all the way open. That was funny.
But yeah, so these are
No flavor.
these are trading cards that came out in 1988. I'm sure you've heard of the movie Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
So before Mars Attacks was a movie, it was a comic book. Before it was a comic book, it was trading cards.
Okay.
So I'm not sure the exact reason why they came out as trading cards. I think it's something to do with they can show a lot more violence on trading cards than they can in comic books. Back in the Mars Attacks was the 60s. These came out in the 80s. But
Get
Yeah.
a little shot of it there so people
Oh, yeah.
can see what we're talking about.
yeah, so it's a set of cards. There's 55 of them. And they tell the story of, I remember the story. It's like a scientist in space studying wormholes or something accidentally brings dinosaurs back to Earth. And the dinosaurs are super violent. And all the cards are
I can see the pictures.
incredibly graphic.
Wow, look
Yeah.
at this one. Animal Wars. Look at that, Pierce. He's just ripping a person apart there.
Jeez.
Ripping.
Yeah.
Actually, he's ripping like a lion apart
Yeah.
that has already killed a human.
So there's 55 cards in the set. Each one tells like a different section of the story.
Wow. Oh, he's
Like-
number 34.
Yeah.
So, Pierce, look at this one's got one for you in the corner there. Look at that.
No.
A pterodactyl carrying an ape.
Dude.
Yeah.
These are dope, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Day of the Duckbill. All these people, there's a dude just like shooting another dude right in
Yeah.
the chest. Wait, where am I going the wrong
So
way?
I got a bunch of these because I wanted to get the Mars Attacks cards. Those are super expensive. I don't even know if you can get packs of it that aren't
Yeah.
opened.
I got lucky number 13 for today.
Hey,
Okay. Oh, yeah. It's Friday the 13th, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What does it say on it?
This one is Rock Concert Carnage. This dinosaur is scalping one of the rock stars with his mouth.
So do they all come with this little synopsis card?
No, that's the last card in the set.
Oh,
That should be number 55.
you got number 50.
Oh, so I've got, okay. So I got 55, 25.
Yeah, one's a prologue, 55 is a synopsis.
Oh my God. I got to start collecting these.
I got a sticker.
The back of them have like fun like descriptions or pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, look at this one. The Truth About Stegosaurus. It's got information about it, but is this a sticker? Does this
That's a sticker. Yeah, so each pack came with a sticker.
All right, Dollar. Let's see. What's yours? Tell me about Stegosaurus.
Tell me about Stegosaurus. Okay. Length, 6.5 meters, about 3,000 kilograms. Its era was the late Jurassic, which is roughly 155 to 135 million years ago. And the meaning of the name Stegosaurus is actually cover lizard. So plant-eating Stegosaurus is distinguished by how outdated might this be?
I mean, 88. They probably knew dinosaurs pretty well.
They probably
back
had
then.
Stegosaurus pretty
Yeah.
pretty solid back then. Plant-eating Stegosaurus is distinguished by 2 long rows of heavy bony plates that reach from the base of his small head almost to the end of his tail. The tip of his tail had pairs of long, sharp spikes sticking up in the air. All in all, another tank-like dinosaur. This one at home in Africa, Europe, India, China, and North America.
Our state dinosaur.
Colorado?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is the state dinosaur is Stegosaurus because
Yes.
they were in this region?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. I have.
Fascinating. Well, yeah, what
I
do you
got the good one. I got Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, look at what's it got in its mouth there?
A person on a skateboard.
Good.
Okay,
These are
so I just want to point this out that he's eating a person, obviously a skateboarder, but the skateboarder is way in the air. Like, did this skateboarder jump into the Tyrannosaurus?
He was doing a sick trick right when they
Yeah.
showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
He was about to do it for the first time.
That
and he
skateboard's
got
not
to nail it.
attached to him, so why is that skateboard in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, or he ate the skateboard first, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so Tyrannosaurus. Length is 15 meters. Weight, 7,000 kilograms. Era, late Cretaceous, about 85 to 65 million years ago. Meaning of the name is called the Tyrant King. Tyrannosaurus was the largest, outdated,
Oh
Right?
yeah, they found bigger ones.
Yeah, they found bigger ones. Tyrannosaurus was the largest flesh-eating creature that ever walked the earth. Among the last of the dinosaurs, he lived. Now we're giving him.
Wait, what was
pronouns.
bigger?
Clearly outdated. Yeah. He lived in the western North America and Mongolia. His monstrous head was over 4 feet long. The jaws equipped with fearsome 6-inch teeth. The hind legs of the Tyrannosaurus were extremely large and powerful, but his tiny front legs with their 2-fingered hands must have been virtually useless.
Harsh.
Damn.
Yeah, it's rough.
Roasting this fucking
He's
Tyrannosaurus.
dead. He can't defend himself. That's not
easy to say when he's not right there.
Yeah. Not so useless now, huh?
Wait, so what's bigger, like Allosaurus or something like that, or there's like a
I
bunch
don't
of them
have
now?
a bad taste in my mouth now.
Oh my god, dude! Look, mine literally fell onto the ground.
It probably shattered into a
yeah.
It
million pieces.
literally
Yeah.
did. It shattered into like
Powder.
11 pieces.
Powder. No.
Yeah,
Dude, right there, I have a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
Gross.
I can't believe how quickly you ate that.
No hesitation.
I didn't even have time to I didn't even see it happen.
I didn't even tell him that one of the gums is poisonous.
Yeah, we were talking about
$100,000.
Like, yeah, is there gum in there? He's like, it's 1980. Pierce, what? Did you just eat it? Yeah, it's not good, guys. Dude, these are so crazy.
They're ridiculous. Yeah.
Look at this one, the Anchorman's Peril.
This reminds me of
this
This almost reminds me as well as Garbage Pail Kids.
I
Yeah, a
mean,
little
same
bit.
company. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tops makes them. They still make them.
Yeah.
Kind of got that vibe.
I buy them every now and then, but
The Day of the Duckbill's a little pushing it though, right? They were probably vegetarian, weren't they?
I think the story implies that dinosaurs are just angry.
Yeah, all the time.
So they're all
they're
just
just
super,
agitated.
They're just agitated. Yeah.
It's just
Look, you see? Like I never opened it. There you go.
Yeah. The beauty of
except
wax
for the gums
facts.
gone.
Yeah.
Pierce.
I can put half the stick back.
Yeah. No one's gonna know.
Yeah. Plus, I think about plastics, and I wonder what we made this out of.
Oh, great.
This is made out of cancer, literally. It's just,
It's just wax paper. It's fine.
no, I'm just kidding. Now the gum, on the other hand, I can't guarantee the safety
Yeah.
of the gum over there, Pierce. I'm gonna feel so bad if you get like a monster stomach
My
ache.
stomach
later.
hurts now.
Oh no!
It's powdered up and just
Yeah.
went straight to my intestines. Like,
You're not supposed to swallow gum.
Yeah, there was
no, I'm not.
there was so many
It's going to
levels.
be in there for years.
Yeah, dude. There were so many levels to that. Like the fact that there's gum. You identified it. You immediately ate it, and then was like, it disintegrated. Swallowed it.
What was I going to do? Spit it out?
He just puts something in his mouth. I thought he was finishing the gum.
Did you want the pieces from over here? I got some on the ground over here.
Joe was like, oh, great. You waited for it again? Yeah, this time I'm just going to suck on it.
Yeah.
Probably better, right?
Yeah, that'll probably work out this time.
Man, these are classic though, dude. Thanks for bringing
But
this.
I got a big box of them.
Do you really?
I wanted.
Oh, God. Here it goes. This is the ingredients
Yeah.
of the gum.
Oh no! Oh yeah, because they got to put it on there.
Dextrose, corn, syrup, gum-based softeners, natural and artificial flavors, artificial colors, and what's BHT?
Oh, that's
Probably-
probably some outline.
Probably
some
legal
outline
now.
shit.
You definitely got some red
It says
40 in there.
BHT to maintain softness. That shit was not soft.
Yeah, it didn't work. Yeah.
BHT
no.
is expired.
That BHT. Is
Yeah, because I told
Are you
I told
looking it up?
Mike.
Yeah, BHT stands for butylated hydroxytoluene. It is a man-made chemical used as a preservative in food cosmetics. It has been banned since 1996. No, I'm just playing.
My face, I was like, oh. Wow. Interesting. My eyes literally were like, what?
How's that winging it working out for you, Pierce?
I told Mike I've been getting into buying like sports cards and stuff. So this is especially getting stuff from like the late 80s, 90s is like the cheapest stuff to get.
Really?
So these were like the pack. I think it says 25 cents a pack when it first came out. I got them for I think 85 cents a pack. It hasn't appreciated.
Skyrocketed.
Yeah.
88. Damn, that's pretty cool. And eBay, is that usually where you get stuff? Where you
Yeah.
get these?
Yeah, I get a lot of stuff off eBay. I sell a lot of stuff on eBay.
I know. I told Joe he has to be careful because I used to have a card problem.
Oh, I have one now too. But you know,
But like I've told you that. I have lots of cards. I have like complete sets of like NFL years.
Wow.
Like 93 and 92. I have like Pinnacles, like complete box sets.
Well, and you know my story too. When my dad died,
Yeah.
he gave me all his.
All those cards, yeah.
I have but I've never sorted them too. Like,
Yeah.
who knows? I might be a millionaire.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
have the card of the the Menendez brothers.
Oh,
at
yeah.
the basketball game.
Yeah.
I have
Wow.
that card, and then I also have the card of Michael Jordan wearing the number 12
Wow.
as well, because his jersey got stolen on like an away game or something like that out of
Okay.
the locker room, and so he had to wear the number 12.
Oh, that's an interesting story.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's not his card. It's just him on the card. But it's
Oh, it's someone
else.
else's card.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I feel like playing cards aren't as popular now, are they? Or maybe
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just
they're-
more-
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they're
still thriving.
They're still
they got me.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's
Makes
a lot,
me-
lot of money in it now.
It's a time thing. I always talk myself out of it. For years, I've been sitting on these cards, dude. Like, I mean, have you ever seen like the whole collection?
No.
Like, it could probably, like, it's in a storage, probably from about where Joe's at to us, could fill up this whole room. Not maybe to the ceiling, but pretty close.
Damn,
Just
bro.
like
Yeah.
giant
Yeah.
crates. It's so much sorting.
I was
Dude.
gonna say,
a lot,
if you
dude.
want help, it's my hobby, so I just enjoy sorting. But
Really?
yeah,
I might even call you just for some tips and stuff when
See,
I
I don't
first
have
started.
that many. I have like 4 boxes of
Yeah.
like the
yeah,
the plastic boxes. I have.
Oh, okay.
those.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Did I tell you I gave away my signed Walter Payton?
yeah, you did a long time
Yeah.
ago. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard this story of I ran into a fellow Bears fan, which is already like so rare here
Yeah.
in Colorado. Ran into him, and then we ended up telling me some story about he had this prized possession that was a signed Walter Payton, and at some party somebody got drunk or something and stole it, and then it like disappeared, and he never saw it again.
yeah.
So I just gave it to him because I looked it up; it was worth like $20. It wasn't worth very
oh,
much,
yeah.
surprisingly.
Now you're gonna look at that card up today and you're like, this Walton Payton card is like worth $20,000. Like what?
Shit.
No, it's just one of those things. I'm weird like that though,
Yeah.
where I'll just give it.
See, I'm like Joe. So I collected like a whole bunch of different cards.
Okay.
I have like Dick Tracy cards. I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards.
I forgot about those.
Yeah, and then I have like car cards, like different cars and everything. What else? X-Men. I was very
X-Men,
big.
Those are still pretty big too.
I was
yeah.
very big in X-Men cards, like collecting like the foils of them and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that too. And so, yeah, I have a bunch of X-Men cards. And then back in the day, the NBA Jam sessions used to be like long cards.
Oh, really?
Like they're not like the regular traditional card.
Yeah.
They were like a longer card like this.
Yeah.
And so I have a whole bunch of those too.
Damn.
Yeah.
We should have a card party, fellas. I feel like,
Well, sounds like we need to
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
sort yours.
I think I need help.
Bro, I wonder how much crazy stuff you have.
Can you imagine though if I did?
Do you know like roughly what years he collected? I mean, if it was pre-85. You might probably have something
There's
reasonably
some,
valuable.
yeah. There's some pre-85 stuff for sure.
Yeah.
There's some really old stuff, and it's a variety. It was basketball cards, baseball cards, and football cards, and then there was like some weird. There was like a handful of like hockey cards in there and stuff. It's like so. Yeah, I don't know. I really should probably fucking sort it out. I'm trying to figure out. Chat GPT is like my best friend lately. I'm like trying to figure out how to use Chat GPT to sort all those cards. There's nothing you can do. I'm just
No.
a Jew. I'm
Back in the
done.
day, you used to have to use a fucking Beckett to see.
Yeah,
how
you have to
much-
buy the magazine to
The
see how much
better-
the cards are worth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the magazine costs more than any of the cards. Worth.
Yeah.
Just look it up online now. Is same things?
Yeah.
Like they have
Yeah.
like
I mean,
catalogs
or
or
just
whatever?
comparison, right? You go to eBay and see
Yeah.
how much people are selling
Oh,
the
sure.
cars for.
I mean, Beckett has a website now.
Yeah.
So I use that a lot.
Yeah.
But eBay, yeah, just look up the card.
I really should do it. Just sitting on them for so long. That would be so wild if I've been sitting on them for like 10 years. And then one day I just go through and it turns out there's
Turns out you have like fucking 100,000 cards or something like that. Like,
Can you imagine? I have like multiple cards like that. Oh my God. I'm having an anxiety attack right now just thinking about it.
see, Tony can have.
It's
so
just
much
one of the
more
silliest things.
music
I've just never
equipment.
sorted them. I really should go through
You
those.
should
'cause-
do.
Yeah.
I bet you have some wild stuff, Dollar.
How long does it take you? Like what is the process of sorting cards? Like if you just had a bunch of random cards,
Mhm.
how would you even go
I mean-
about it? What would you start doing?
The first is like the rough. You go through and it's like players that
Yeah.
are well. It's like any player from like the 60s and 70s that you still know today, probably worth looking at. Like,
Got it.
and then I mean, you narrow it down to like, is it a rookie card? Is it a card from like a significant year, like first year in the league, for
Yeah.
World Series or
First
Super
All-Star,
Bowl,
stuff
stuff
like
like
that,
that? Yeah. So you can narrow it down that way.
That actually helps just thinking that through. Like I'm picturing myself just every card, like looking
Yeah.
it up.
'Cause it's hard because like, so I've been completing sets for the last few years, and just tops for baseball. I think they release a total of like 725 cards each year,
Mm.
and 5 years from now, 99% of those players aren't going to be in the league. Like,
Got it.
Yeah.
And that's probably
Yeah.
most of the time. what's
Cause like
going
I'll
on.
buy like if you buy like bigger boxes, it'll be like, oh, there's a guaranteed autograph in the card, like an autograph card somewhere in the box, and it's cool. And you get an autograph, and I looked it up, and it's like, oh, it's a player that played that year, and then he got bounced down to the minors, never.
Nothing
played
really
Major
big
League
never
ever again.
materialized, which is kind of
So those are the cards I get, like autographs I give to my son.
Check it out. It's signed, bud.
Yeah, I gave him a Nuggets card. I can't remember who it was signed by. Oh,
Sounds like a phone alarm.
Joe's face is like, what?
oh yeah. I was like, looked at my phone real quick.
Oh, as usual, I got the music a little blaringly loud there at the end of Pierce. Episode 236. Joe Dub, thanks for coming back. You
Thanks
got to
for
come
having
again.
me.
I guess we'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Next year, right around Father's Day.
Yeah.
Right around when it's hailing and the sun is getting hot. Album coming soon. Oh, by the way, new track drops tomorrow.
Yeah.
Compassion, pre-recorded
Yes, sir.
from a long time ago, before the album. Right? So I'm working on the album. I made this so complicated.
That just like cut off. That's
Yeah, it'll fade. Don't worry. In fact, it's still going right now, Pierce. It really is. So,
But yeah, no, excited about the new song, Compassion. And then you also have one of your buddies, Tyler.
yeah, he sent me the track today.
Yeah.
In fact, I started messing around with it. We're going to do a little, it's not really a co-write. He wrote it out. It's got full lyrics, full everything. It's got a melody. So I'm going to surprise him. Ooh, I don't know if he's listening. He's probably not listening. Yeah, so I'm going to surprise him and actually just do a full workup of the song.
All right.
Because he sent me a demo. We'll work it all the way up, sing it, do the whole thing, and then send it to him. See what he thinks.
There we go, Tyler. Maybe with that, it is a wrap, sir. Cheers.
Cheers.